Welcome to our webinar today, How Integrated Route Optimization Delivers Results. My name is Paul Ziliak. I'm co-founder of xkzero, and I'll be your presenter for today. I just want to mention this webinar is being recorded, and we will be sending out a link to the event. So please feel free to share this with your customers, your prospects, and your colleagues as well. Direct store delivery, or DSD as it's referred to in the grocery industry, may also be referred to by some people as mobile route delivery or route selling, but by whatever name, what we're referring to are technologies and operational processes that are heavily ERP system dependent. These are processes that include things like truck loading and route planning, physical delivery of product, as well as load and route reconciliation, payment acceptance, and so on. By mastering all of these processes, a company can improve the effectiveness of operations, grow sales, and have more satisfied and profitable customers. We think that's a good thing. Businesses that are reliant on B2B and B2C delivery distribution, they lean strongly toward consumer packaged goods, things that you can find in grocery stores and convenience stores and so on, such as a lot of different food and beverage type products. But other industries also rely on their own fleet of vehicles to get products in the hands of their customers. Those industries include petroleum, tobacco and vape, medical supplies is a big category, and various kinds of construction supply businesses as well. And I do think it's important to note that many of these industries are both essential and high growth now, and most likely will be in a post-pandemic economy as well. What we're going to focus on today specifically is route optimization. Route optimization refers to the processes of mapping the most efficient the most cost-efficient routes for delivery vehicles. And there are many factors to be considered when calculating routes. Some of those main considerations include all of the required stop locations, total number of stops, traffic conditions, plus time windows that might be dictated by customers, as well as mandated breaks and other such things that local governments might have in effect. According to research reported by Sage, 89% of customers who have a poor customer experience go to a competitor to give them a shot. And for businesses that rely on delivery distribution as a key part of their business, the delivery driver and the route salesperson is often the face of customer service for that business. So the stakes are high when it comes to making an on-time and an accurate delivery. The pressure to remain competitive and eliminate waste is seen in how these companies plan and execute the movement of product from the warehouse and into the hands of the customers. Fuel costs continue to only go in one direction, and companies are ever mindful of the most effective ways of using resources, such as the labor cost of drivers, as well as that of administrative support personnel. Many, if not most companies, they still spitball it. They'll spitball these processes or even leave it to the driver to determine the best route. But it's important to keep in mind that even with a relatively small fleet of vehicles, what are the odds that you're able to create the most optimal route for a driver once, let alone day after day or week after week or month after month? Especially when you consider that a single route with 11 stops has 31 million different possible combinations for a route order. So if you only have 1 or 2 trucks per day making just a few deliveries, it may not be that big of a deal. But for everyone else, the ideal situation would be to have route optimization automation as part of a complete business system. And the great thing about route optimization is that the payback is immediate. overnight, you can have both profits and customer satisfaction heading in the right direction. In our early clients who've adapted this new capability to our solution report that the return on investment is significant as well as immediate. So xkzero is now pleased to provide an easy to implement, flexible, powerful offering to provide a complete turnaround for businesses with crucial delivery distribution needs. And what we have to offer is automated route optimization that's fully integrated with the Sage X3 system. So with that, we're happy to announce automated route optimization is now available for xkzero Mobile Commerce, XMC for Sage X3. XMC for Sage X3, for those of you who are not familiar with it, automates mobile proof of delivery for orders managed in X3 and also integrates comprehensive functionality for route sales and direct store delivery. XMC for X3 also enhances the critical processes that a delivery distribution business might have, adding important functionality for order management, truck loading and unloading, as well as mobile business intelligence. And XMC for X3 also automates other key business processes that are common to these businesses, such as mobile asset and equipment service and management, merchandising and marketing, compliance and performance reporting, and we also include productivity capabilities such as photo tags, mobile receipt printing, barcode scanning, and critical support for lot and serial number tracking for your inventory. So our new route optimization capabilities, those are built on strong existing features that are already native to XMC, including unlimited routes, dynamic route assignments, order dispatch by warehouse, and customer service views into truck and delivery status. But the new capabilities build on top of that. Our new capabilities for route optimization feature a plugin from a new partner of ours, a San Diego-based company called Route Perform. So with the Route Perform plugin, XMC now eliminates all of the guesswork and allows for, companies to plan and execute in a matter of seconds the most efficient routes. So those features include optimizing routes during a route planning stage, and this planning is based on delivery orders that are in Sage X3, and then using XMC, you'll set default parameters for the path direction for your route planning, estimated service times at the customer, and recommended or required driver break schedules. So all of that is maintained within our portal. And then furthermore, at the customer delivery address level, you can add additional parameters such as time window restrictions and estimated service times at the individual customer level to really satisfy each customer's specific needs. And then all of these factors become part of the algorithm to determine the best route plan for each route coming out of each individual warehouse. Okay, so it doesn't stop there. Once the plan is created by the logistics team, then drivers, if you give the driver permission, then the driver can re-optimize their routes throughout the day. What that means is taking advantage of real-time traffic conditions and so on to set better expectations to customers about when they can expect delivery. So, by updating those route plans from the mobile device throughout the day, customer service can also have visibility into that to help them in the performance of their jobs. So next, we're going to take a look at a demo, live demonstration. But right before I do the live demo, I have a couple of screen grabs that I want to do for you from the XMC portal regarding the setup and the integration of our solution. So This is a screen grab from our XMC portal for Sage X3. And so you'll see what happens, really, a powerful integration that we have starts with the way that we integrate it. So you simply install the XMC portal, point that portal to the location of your X3 server, and then instantly the XMC portal is going to be populated with all of the key data that you're going to need to manage those delivery processes. And those will include customers, delivery locations, delivery orders, warehouses, inventory, pricing, and so much more. So that's not an import or export. What that is a web service integration that's instant and out of the box with our X3 integration with XMC. All right. And then the other thing I want to mention now, so this is the optional route optimization. So with this, what you do is you install the plugin from Route Perform, and then immediately you can go to creating your default settings for service times, breaks, and the other parameters that are key for creating those route plans. So let's go ahead now into the demo mode here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in our portal. So this is the XMC portal, and I'm connected to our Sage X3 demo server. So you can see here, this happens to be the version number of our portal, and that's the company or the site that I'm logged into in Sage X3. So I just want to show you, I'm not going to go through and do a comprehensive demonstration today, but what I am going to do, is just show you how this information, all populated and updated in real time. So you can see here, these fields here, even though I'm in an edit mode, are grayed out because this is data that all flows through automatically from Sage X3. But so these are fields down here related to route optimization, where I can override something beyond our defaults for what the service times are. And I also can create the gate, the parameters, if you will, for when deliveries can or should be done in that particular customer. So I wanted to show you that for starters. All right, so this is our portal right here. And I also want to show a couple other elements of this before we get to the mobile device itself. So I'm going to pop in to Sage X3, and I'm going to come back in and go into deliveries. There we go. So everything in our system is driven out of activity within the X3 system. So you can see, orders have been created as deliveries, and I see, all of these different items on here for the delivery. On the management tab, I can see here, because this delivery has already been checked out to go out for delivery. That's out on a particular route. And the delivery mode, this is going out on our truck, right? So we differentiate those deliveries that are for self-delivery versus those that are going to go out LTL or parcel or whatever the case might be. Okay, so there's that data within Sage X3. I'm going to go ahead and just close that one out because I'm going to be updating that one, I believe, at a certain point. Okay, so I mentioned that I already have a load that's checked out and ready for delivery. And I'm not going to go through the process here because everybody checks out their truckloads. Everybody's going to do route planning a little bit different way. So I'm not going to go through all different kinds of variations for here. Suffice to say that we're happy to drill down with each and every one of you, about specific needs for building those truckloads and creating those plans. What I do want to show you here is that I have a checked out load for delivery with all of these different deliveries coming out of X3. And you'll note from our route plan that I've got estimated time of arrival for each one of these deliveries. So these ETAs were created when I created this truckload. And what was also created at that time is a map that's showing me all of that. So this is a key thing to understand now as part of our solution is all of the data that we're gathering that's going to help gauge performance and also set expectations for customers as well as for drivers. So you can see when we create a route plan that we know how many miles are going to be driven on this route. Now, you know, this is I don't have great data, right? You can see I've got a delivery in Arkansas, a couple in Pennsylvania, and some in the Chicago area as well. So on this route, if I follow that route plan, I'm going to travel 2,200 and some miles. I'm going to spend 100 hours at customers, but then I can also calculate my drive minutes, how many minutes I'm going to be early compared to the time parameters that have been set up at each customer, the amount of breaks I'm going to have, number of stops, all of those kinds of things now can be captured and then compared back to actual as I start to gather history and metrics through the execution of our solution. I've got another view as well too that we call order dispatch inquiry, and this is something that customer service might view throughout the course of the day. So they can see the warehouses that the drivers were dispatched from. They can see multiple different trucks on a grid. They can see based on the color coding if a delivery has been completed versus having been opened. And then they can also view on the map multiple different trucks. These different trucks can have different color coding. And it's also going to show us the current traffic conditions. That little bouncing one that's happening right there, that's for an order that had been already completed. So we can put a some kind of action on those pins to make that meaningful for the driver. Furthermore, customer service, besides having visibility to these ETAs, can drill in and see all of the products. So this becomes another nice view that they can use to be setting expectations, having conversations with customers throughout the course of a day. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my iPhone. Okay, for those of you who have not seen it before, this is the home screen of the xkzero mobile commerce mobile application. So what you'll see here is, I have a list of customers. I've got truck icon, route icon, photos, surveys, asset management, all of those things. What I'm going to focus on for the purpose of this demo today is on the deliveries. So you can see that I have 5 deliveries that are out here. And I had created this a couple of days ago. I had created demo data. So this is showing me the direction, the location, all of that. It's not showing me the ETAs. So as a driver now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and re-optimize my route. So optimizing the route. So what's happening now is the mobile app itself is talking to the X3 and the XMC server and that route perform API plugin, and it's creating new ETAs and potentially new stop order for me. There we go. All right, so now you can see that I have updated ETAs here. Fun Time Stores, August 27th at 12:06 p.m. So that's today. That's about a little over a half hour from now. That's my closest stop. So it's going to have me do those closest stop first, and then it looks like I'm going to be doing some overnight driving. So these are conflicts, of course, that you can satisfy, by changes on the back end. Now, it's important to note back here, you'll see this in customer service, that I have those old ETAs back there. But if I go into my portal now, there we go. Going to go back and reset that. And I think that was for the 13th. There we go. It was the 13th was my delivery date in X3. So now you can see that I've got updated. So I'm working off the same set of data. So now customer service can see the stop order as well as the ETA. So you could use monitoring, alerts, things of that nature to be able to complete that. So again, I'm not doing a comprehensive demo of the software today, but I will show then that typically what would happen then, as next steps, the driver would go in, complete the route delivery, capture an electronic signature. If they need to collect payments, they'll collect payments. They could print a receipt. They could do photo proof of delivery, and so on. So we've got other events where we'll be doing a more full-featured demonstration of all of those things, but I'm going to stick to the script, if you will, and just focus on the route delivery steps today. Okay, so I'm going to move on and just mention the pricing for that route perform plugin. So again, the route optimization automation is an option with XMC. The price for that starts at $25 per truck per month. That's the maximum price, is $25 per truck per month. There are restrictions on how many calculations you can do from the mobile device for each route, but they're very generous. And then there are discounts that go below $20 per truck per month for larger fleets. So of course, the user will require the XMC solution and a separate subscription for xkzero Mobile Commerce to have the automation work. And then lastly for today, there is my contact info. You also could reach anybody at xkzero in sales and marketing at info@xkzero.com. There's our phone number. We're headquartered in Chicago in the United States Central Time Zone. You can find out more information about route optimization and xkzero Mobile Commerce on our website. We're happy to work with you as X3 partners on marketing initiatives, sales initiatives, evaluation of opportunities, and so on. So we thank you for your time today and look forward to connecting with you all sometime soon. Take care and thank you.